Hey my loves, so today I'm back with my February favorites. I tried so many goodies this past month, but these are my standouts. So grab a snack, get cozy, of course, and let's get into it. So if you are a regular on my channel, then you know how much I love my Tree Hut shave oils. I cannot do my shower routine without these. And anytime Tree Hut comes out with a new one, I am the first in line to try it because they are my favorite. Like I actually have an obsession with these. So these two scents I picked up at Ulta a few weeks back. I already repurchased them because I love the way they smell. Starting off with the Electric Beach scent. This gives a light creamy coconut vibe with a touch of vanilla. It's not too overwhelming though. That's why I like these shave oils so much, because when you're in the shower, you can still mix and match with other scents. It's not going to clash. And even when you get out of the shower, it's not going to be a scent that's going to linger and be too strong. Also, the consistency of these is great because it's not too slimy and slippery. So you're not going to be slipping and sliding in the shower, because I always get questions about that whenever I mention these. I promise you it's not too much. It's also not going to clog your razor, and I get no bumps or irritation with this formula. I've tried this on my legs, my underarms, my bikini area. The next scent that I love is this tangerine scent. This is the one that I'm currently using, and it's so refreshing and of course citrusy. Absolutely love this with my body wash that I'm currently using from Dove. It is the Deep Moisture one. That one is very clean and refreshing, so it just pairs nicely with this. I like the scents together in the shower. Next up, I have this Sally Hansen Instant Cuticle Remover. If you do your nails at home, especially your press-ons, this is a game changer. Nail prep is really key to getting your press-ons to last all day, and this helps. And I have a whole dedicated video on how I do my press-ons at home if you're interested, and I use this in that video. But basically, you just put it on your cuticles, let it sit for 15-20 seconds, and then I like to use a metal cuticle pusher to push my nails back and kind of just very lightly scrape away any gunk on my nail, and then I rinse that away with soap and water, and then I continue on with the rest of the nail prep. And my nails last about 7 to 10 days, sometimes a little bit longer, but honestly around the 10-day mark they start to look crusty. And before I started using this, my press-ons would pop off so easily, and like very frequently I should say, and so my real nails were splitting underneath and it was hurting so bad. But ever since I started using this, I don't really have that issue. I mean, sometimes we have a couple stubborn nails along the way, but this has really helped. And these are press-ons, by the way. These are actually from the brand Dashing Diva. I get these at Sally Beauty. Love these. And then I love Kiss nails. Those are always my go-to. The Classy line. Chef's kiss. Speaking of press-ons, I do love the nail glue that comes with the little packets, but I think this one is better. It's the Beauty Secrets nail glue. Also got this from Sally Beauty, and it is intense, but it really works. All you need is one little dot on your real nail, then on the press-on, you press it down, and your nails are going to be intact. Something else I recommend to get your press-ons to last a little bit longer, do them in the evening or right before bed. That way you can just go to bed, wake up, and your nails are going to be a lot more firm and just intact, because then you can just have longer time without having to use your hands, of course. But you want to avoid getting your nails wet or like washing your hands for at least 2 to 3 hours. But yeah, this is the best. It's been my favorite glue, and you just need a little bit of it and it makes such a difference. This is another product that I like to use on my cuticles as well, but you could use it a bunch of different ways. The Josie Maran 100% pure organic argan oil. I love how versatile and multi-use this is. You can apply a couple drops into your moisturizer, apply it on your skin, apply it on your body, your face. You could use this as cuticle oil. You could apply this on little flyaways that you have on your hair. I mean, the list goes on, and it's such a nice lightweight oil. I mean, obviously it's an oil, so it's going to be very concentrated and very hydrating, but it doesn't feel like too much on the skin. I think it's just enough, and you just need a couple dots in addition to maybe your other products, or even just on its own. It feels so good. I really like to actually put this in sometimes to my body butters or even just my moisturizers if I want a little boost. And I love it. Even on my hands, it feels good. If you don't like a traditional hand cream, just do 1 or 2 little drops of the oil and it feels amazing. I love it on my cuticles, and I think in general Josie Maran is a nice brand to splurge on if you're ever at Sephora. You want to treat yourself. She has amazing body butters and scrubs and the argan oil. And I love multi-use, very versatile products like this because I feel like you really get your money's worth with it. For makeup, I have been obsessed with these Holy Hydration Thirst Burst drops from e.l.f. Technically, it's from e.l.f. Skin. These say They're dewy and brightening. There's 1% hydrating hibiscus and 5% niacinamide. My skin loves niacinamide because it's so hydrating. I feel like it makes my skin look super juicy before makeup. But I feel like the dew to this is just the right amount. So I have combo skin, and I genuinely do feel like, and it says it on here actually, dry, oily combo. I feel like any skin type could use this product. And I always say it does not matter what your skin type is. If you have the most oily skin, you need to make sure you have a nice layer of moisturizer or something, a layer of hydration before you start your makeup. Makeup is always going to lay better over top of a hydrated base versus dry skin. So this has been my favorite product to use under makeup because I love the way it feels. It's almost like just a nice boost, and it reminds me of the Glow Recipe watermelon drops, but honestly I think these are just as good, if not even better, and these have no fragrance. And you could also even mix this into your foundation, or you can use it in your skincare routine. So again, another multi-use little versatile product. Rare Beauty came out with a liquid contour, and I'm loving this one in the shade Solace. This one specifically, it has a cool tone but also a bit of a warm undertone in there as well. It's kind of just the best of both worlds, honestly, and I love the way this blends. I actually find it to be a little bit more forgiving than the liquid blushes from Rare Beauty, even if you use a lot of product compared to the blushes, where sometimes with the blushes it's a lot, and once you do too much it's hard to go back. But with this, even if you do too much, you could still kind of blend it and get it to be really creamy and seamless on the skin without looking muddy. I love the color, I love the undertone, and it has a very pretty natural radiance to it. So the finish is not fully matte, but it's not too dewy. It just makes your skin look very healthy, and I love the way this melts into the skin. And I also really like the way this looks on the nose for contour. It's amazing. If you want an affordable contour, CoverGirl came out with these True Blend Skin Enhancer Contour Bombs. These are giving high end. Now, completely different formula. I'm not saying it's a dupe, but if you want an alternative and you don't want to spend a lot of money, I get it. With these bombs, you're going to get that gorgeous contour, the perfect amount of color, but very blendable, very creamy. What's nice about these is that you literally cannot mess it up. You can just sculpt your cheeks, your nose, wherever, and just watch these blend like a dream into the skin. They're super creamy as well. I love products with a balm consistency because I do find them also to just be very easy to work with, and you can layer and be a little bit more messy, and it's still going to look beautiful on the skin. You could even blend these in with your finger, and they blend so nicely. Even down the bridge of your nose, you could just kind of blend it in with your finger. It's a beautiful formula, and it's not too slippery. So once you apply it, you can blend it with your finger, and it's not going to completely blend it away. You're still going to get that color and that nice sculpt shadow, but it's going to be very natural. If you're on the go and you want to do a quick sculpt, you just bloop, 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 draw a couple lines, blend it in, boom, your face is contoured. And then similar to the contour bombs, CoverGirl also has blush bombs. This one in Nude Flush has been the go-to. It's like a peachy pink, of course, but they have beautiful colors in this line. I'm so impressed with these. It's actually giving high end. I cannot say enough good things about this formula. Like literally, I have no complaints. The packaging is gorgeous. I love that the color is the same as what you get. So what you see is what you get. I think these are going to be a hit this year. They're so good. Let's talk about this gorgeous loose powder that has very quickly made it into my top 5. You guys, it's from About Face, the Curtain Call Set and Smooth Loose Powder. So when I first tried this out in my video, I said the name is bow, but it's not. It's bow, because you know, curtain call, curtain, take a bow. Shout out to all of you guys who still commented a little pink bow. It is gorgeous though. It comes in a couple different shades, but this one is my favorite. I got the pink one, and I just love the way this shade looks on my skin tone. Somehow this sets your makeup, but you don't even feel like you're wearing powder. It doesn't look powdery. It's not a flat matte powder. It is just absolutely gorgeous. This brand also gives me high-end vibes, but it's not quite there. I would say it's more of a mid-price brand. It's not technically drugstore, but it's also not super high-end. So it's like right in the middle, but it's really good. And I think About Face in general, they have good products. I love their foundation, but the powder is also right up there with it because of how porcelain it makes your skin look. But I love how it's not a drying formula. So I think if you don't like powder, if you have more dry, mature skin, you would enjoy this a lot. It's almost like a satin matte kind of powder because I'm wearing it today. And it's just healthy. It's healthy, radiant skin, but it's still set and it doesn't look too dewy. It's definitely not as matte as the one from Huda Beauty. That one is very intense. So if you didn't like that one, you're gonna like this one. It's just sleek. It has that little net Still gets a little messy, of course, because it's powder, but I think with that net there, it does help. And I like to use this with a little powder puff right on my under eyes. The concealer I'm using is like kind of creasing a little excessively today, but the powder is gorgeous. Next, I have an eyeshadow duo, which is what I have on my eyes today. And this is one of those products that I just hate to love because it's so expensive. It's like Alexa, play Neo and Rihanna, Hate That I Love You. So this is the Patrick Ta Major Dimension Eye Illusion Eyeshadow Duo in the shade Still at the Club. This is my favorite out of all the duos because I feel like you can create a really pretty glitter smoky eye with just 2-3 eyeshadows, because I use this in combination with the Major Dimension 3 palette and I love it, but that's why specifically I like this color too, because I do love those smoky brown taupey shades. I find them to be very flattering too on brown eyes. If you have brown eyes, you need to be doing smoky eyes because they're gonna make your eyes pop. Of course, any eye color could do them, but I feel like with brown eyes, colors like this, it just really makes them look very sultry and it brings out those brown tones. So that's why I love this color. So I think if you're going to splurge on something, let it be something that you know is gonna complement your eye color, maybe complement your features, and something that you know you're going to reach for a lot. So somebody asked me, are these eyeshadow duos worth it? And I think it's only going to be worth it if it's something that you can see yourself using consistently in your makeup routine. If I'm not doing my everyday very simple makeup look, I'm doing smoky eyes with this eyeshadow duo. It's the best and I love how it makes my eyes pop. So this is a winner. Patrick Ta eyeshadows are really my favorite, and look at my palette, you guys. Unfortunately, we lost 2 here in the palette, but still going strong. I adore this, and I think if you have this and you want to splurge on an eyeshadow duo, it's a nice addition. It's an expensive addition, don't get me wrong, but if it's something you know you're going to use and you know you're going to get your money's worth, then it's worth it. You know, girl math. I also wanted to mention this lip combo that I've been loving at the drugstore that is long wearing. It's a little bit, I don't want to say plumping, it's more minty than anything. So I like to use these plumping lip liners from Revolution. They are retractable, but they actually have very good staying power. They're creamy, and I love the color Dull Cool Nude with Espresso Cool Brown. The cool undertones in both of these lip liners just make for the perfect combination. So they really complement each other nicely, and they blend beautifully together, and they just create the perfect shade. That's been one of my favorite lip liner combos. And then Yummy Plumper lip gloss from CoverGirl in the shade Snow Place Like Home. If you're into that creamy light nude gloss, this is it. This is what I'm wearing today, and it's such a beautiful minty gloss. Again, with both of these, the lip liner and the gloss, I don't find it to be excessively spicy on the lips. That's why I like them, because it's more minty than anything, especially with this gloss. It's a creamy, very opaque nude, so I like it just with a lip liner because it gives it that perfect light touch. If you like nude glosses, this is a nice addition. You're gonna love this with so many different lip combos. Last but not least, I have 4 brushes that I wanted to shout out. I'm gonna do an updated brush video, but I just have to give these an honorable mention because they stood out to me. The e.l.f. Putty Bronzer Brush is incredible for concealer. If you like bigger concealer brushes, you are going to love this brush. It's angled, which I love a good angled concealer brush, and it's dense and it doesn't absorb your product, so you're still going to get that full coverage under eye look, but you're able to blend out your concealer in literally 2 seconds. This is another kind of multi-use brush that you could use for contour, you could use for your nose, you could use for your under eyes. It's a beautiful universal shape. So that's been one of my favorites as well, a new addition to my concealer brush collection. And then e.l.f. has this really good nose contour brush that I don't think it's a dupe for the Patrick Ta one. I love the one from Patrick Ta because it's very soft, but if you want a more affordable alternative, this one is fabulous. I love how you can really sculpt your nose with this edge right here on the brush, and then the other side is a little bit more fluffy, but it still has that angle, so you can also just carve out your nose and give yourself that seamless contour. Another brush that I use quite a bit, but it's really good for foundation, the BK Beauty 101. Now these are pricier brushes. They're definitely going to be more of those brushes that you invest in and you're going to have them for years to come. I love this kind of flat fan shape, but there's a good amount of density to it, so you could really pack on your foundation and also blend it out very quickly. It just gives you that smooth, full coverage, airbrushed base. And I love the way my foundation comes out every time I use this brush. So this is a really good one. And then similar to that shape, we have pretty much the little sister, which is the 109 brush. And this one I love for my cream blushes. It gives me that seamless blend, fits really nicely too onto the cheek area. So this shape is fabulous. BK Beauty also has another brush that I use quite a bit with the same shape. It's just a little bit smaller. A506. This one is going to concentrate your concealer a little bit more precisely versus the one from e.l.f. But I really like them both, honestly. I switch up my tools and my makeup brushes, but they're both really good. Definitely different kind of brushes, but you're gonna get a beautiful under eye look regardless. Another drugstore brush I use a lot is the Real Techniques 259. I wasn't actually too crazy about this brush, but then the more that I used it, the more that I actually fell in love with it. And I feel like once you wash it, like I said, you have to just break it in sometimes with your brushes, because even with some of the e.l.f. brushes, when you first get them straight out of the packaging, they might not perform the best with your makeup products. You might have to just break them in a little bit, wash them, all the things, and then they're going to be better. But this is a good flat top foundation brush that is really good for literally anything. I love this for skin tints, foundations, stick foundations. This is another very popular brush in my collection. But yeah, those are all of my February favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, all products will be linked for you in the description box if you're interested. Make sure to let me know your go-tos and products that you have been loving for the last couple weeks down below. Make sure to subscribe for new videos every week, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Bye!